weird when the microphone starts pointing at your mouth. Don't make any inappropriate comments. I've seen your comments on the videos.
With your black mics in your mouth.
Guys, today I got Ebanie Bridges. What's going on?
Not much, mate. Not much. Good to be.
So, where did it all start?
I don't think you have enough time.
Yeah. We were chatting before this. Well, kind of briefly. We've only met each other, what, 15 minutes ago?
Not even. Oh, maybe, yeah.
15 minutes ago. But you show a lot of love on social media.
You're doing good, mate.
And what I've realised is you like to see people do well. Am I right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like when people are working hard and hustling and doing good for people in society, you can tell. And I like that. I like to see people be successful.
Am I special or is it just everyone?
No, it's everyone
okay.
that's sorry, mate. No, honestly, it's everyone that's just like that I can see that are really working hard and really grafting, because I know what it's like to hustle and I know what it's like to graft and I know, nothing comes easy to be successful. And so when I see it, I respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think just knowing firsthand myself how much work it takes to get somewhere, and nothing happens by chance or easily, and people just see like that the end result or that little bit of success I see. But I just know that a lot goes into it. So I love to show the support.
Yeah. And you know what? Don't you think it's funny where, I'm sure you get this a lot, is where people kind of probably seen like the, not end result, but seeing your success right now and assuming that happened overnight when they don't see the years of graft.
Oh, yeah, they don't see, obviously the years of graft, they don't see the stuff that still has to go on behind the scenes to stay successful. You just get successful and then that's it. Yeah, sweet, mad. Yeah. Like I fucking made it and you chill out. The more successful you are, the higher you get in anything, the more work you got, the more stuff you got to do. You got to keep it. You got to maintain it. You know what I mean?
More pressure, right?
Yeah, more pressure, a lot more, just things like, like just my day to day, it's intense. Like it's always been intense, but it's not like just because now I've made it or whatever.
Yeah.
That it's like chilled, like I'm chilled now,
What would you say making it is? I want to hear your perspective and then.
I mean, I don't even think I've made it yet, but like, I mean, I've got a lot of fans with tattoos on them of me. I mean, that's, when someone gets a tattoo on them of you, that's, and.
Pretty weird. It's pretty weird.
But
creepy
you've made
cool.
it. You've made it. When they got their faces on you, your face on them. No, honestly, I do make that joke. No, but I don't know. I think, I think it's different for everyone, obviously. For me, it's just achieving my goals. When I've successfully achieved the goals that I set, then for me, it's like each stepping stone. I think obviously being a recognized, what do they call it? What do they call it on social? A public figure.
Yeah.
A public figure. No, but just being like a recognized, I suppose, face and being able to, get my message out to like a wider audience, I suppose for me is what I want to do, know, and just obviously making money, getting money back from all the graft and all the work that I put in and changing other people's lives and supporting people and stuff like that. Like, I mean, there's so much to it. So, I mean, I'm a world champion, but even when I won my
subtle flex.
Yeah, no, even when I won my world title, it was like, okay, now what? Like, it wasn't like, oh yes, I've made it. Like, I'm a world champion. Yeah. It was like, okay, cool, I've achieved that goal, and now it's like, now I need to do the next one. It was a very like brief satisfaction. Yeah, but that's for me. I mean, some other people maybe a bit more, but I found for me, because I'm such a goal chaser and such like I need to be like always satisfied with doing things. Like once it's ticked off, it's like, okay, now what?
Yeah. Does when you say that when those people have like public figure on like their
Instagram
or whatever. What's your one? What does your one say?
Athlete.
I was gonna say. I always think like anyone that says like public figure, I'm like,
who are you?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing to better the world?
Yeah,
because I'm looking at your photos and I don't know.
After I've said that, I better make sure what the fuck my one says. I actually don't know. Let's have a look.
Says public
Wait,
figure.
let's have a look.
Maybe it says dickhead.
Probably. Yeah. After this pod, you probably think I am. Hold on. Coach. My one says coach. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, cute. But like, I'm always like, when I see public figure, I just automatically think wanker.
Me too. I was just about to say that. Yeah, like you're a fucking dosser.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Cool, mate. Yeah.
With like what you do, you said you became a world champion.
Yeah, world champion.
Now, for the people that don't know, there's like different federations.
Yes.
Different weight classes, all of that, obviously. How does that work? Because at the minute, you're fighting where? Under?
Like, as in what belt, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like what belt? Because you know
Okay,
when you
yeah.
get
So
like,
I'm the IBF bantamweight world champion.
okay,
So IBF is one of the four. Like, there's four main sanctioning bodies. You got the IBF, WBO, WBC, and WBA. They're the main four. They're pretty much the main recognized belts. You got like 1,000 other ones that are just like no names or no brands or whatever.
yeah,
But if you say you want to be unified or undisputed, you have to have you have to collect those belts, right? So
okay,
at the moment, there's those four sanctions. So that means there's usually 4 world champions. So back in the day, it was just like maybe one sanction, and so there's one world champion. But now, because it's all about money,
yes,
they make a lot of money. When you fight for a world title, you got to pay sanctioning fees. You got to pay money to fight for world titles. So every time you fight for world titles and belts, these they get money.
okay.
So the more belts they have, the more money they're going to make as well, So it gets a bit like, But anyways, I won't go down that tangent.
Yeah. So obviously at some point, I'm not saying you're saying this,
Yeah.
but maybe in some places they create belts for the
Definitely.
sake
Oh, they
of-
do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, let's add another category.
They do.
That someone can,
No, they definitely do that. You've got like some, like the WBA has like, I think it's like your franchise belt champion, and you got your world champion, and you got your gold champion, you got your, silver champion. You got all these other like interim champion, and they all call themselves world champions, but there's really only one. But anyways, so there's 4 sanctioning bodies, and those 4 belts. The goal is to become undisputed, which I think there's only 8 undisputed boxers at the moment.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that, but I think there's about 8. And that means that they've got all 4 belts. So that means they're the only world champion in the world because they've fought all the other champions to win all the belts. So there's only one. They're the only world champion.
Yeah.
But until all the belts are collected by one boxer or one champion, then you've still got 4 champions.
Okay.
So anyways, that's my goal. That's my next goal. Is to be unified. So unified is when you just get 1 belt or 2 belts. You go collect another belt, so you have 2 or 3 belts.
Yep.
So you're unified, and it's not until you got all 4 belts that you're undisputed. So that's the next goal: unified, then undisputed.
Yeah, because a lot of people still they don't exactly know. They just say
No, you don't know.
champion,
Yeah, of course.
and then every fucking person walks around asking to be called the champ.
Yeah. There's so many world champions.
Champ of what, bruv?
Yeah.
I'm confused. What's going on?
Yeah. Look, obviously, if you know boxing, there's only really 4 world champions in each weight. In each weight class, there's 4 real world champions.
Okay.
And obviously, in some weight classes, there's less because they've unified or they've become undisputed. So yeah, and then you've obviously got, all the different promoters, like, your Matchroom and your Top Rank and all that, and then it goes on from that. So
yeah.
And then your broadcasters, which is like your DAZN and ESPN or Sky Sports.
So does that mean like you have a manager that does all of that?
I have a manager that's meant to do all that. No, I have. We have managers, yes.
Okay.
We have, but yeah, you got like a promoter, which is obviously my promoter's Eddie Hearn Matchroom.
Yeah. And he's the top dog, isn't
mate, he's a bollocks. He's what do they call it? Where I'm from? Like as in not where I'm from, where I'm staying in Essex. My coach would call him the governor.
The governor.
He's the governor.
He's got.
I'm getting the Cockney slang.
He's got like he's mean. You know those memes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's
They
no
kill
context
me.
turn. Yeah, it's the best.
Oh, they
yeah,
kill
he's so
me.
good.
It's too fucking.
It
funny.
cracks up. Yeah. I mean, I don't pick on him, but I always jam up obviously with my weigh-ins and anything I can. Like I always post him and try and like just because it's funny. Like and I know he's pretty chilled.
That's good, yeah.
So he doesn't mind having a laugh. But no, he's good. It's all good.
And is he? So like for example, when's your next fight?
Hopefully September.
Okay, so if your next fight is September, does he approach you and go, "Yo, we got this fight," or is it a matter of fighters going to promoters?
No, like obviously I'm a champion, so I need to fight in a certain amount of time to keep my belt. Because I got to actually defend my belt.
Yeah.
And I just want to fight as much as I can. So it's me really on him going, Eddie, when am I fighting? Give me a date. 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 You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like that. I'm a fucking hustler, and I'll hustle you until I get what I want. And probably a pain in the ass. He sees a text from me, go, fuck, not Ebony again. Like, what does she fucking want now?
Yeah.
But you can't just sit back and wait for shit, man. I didn't get where I am by sitting back. If I was sit back, wait for shit, wait for like my manager, wait for fucking Eddie, wait for people around me to do things for me, I'd be still in Australia and no one would know who I am.
You know what? That's such a good point because I feel like, a lot of the times, like, say if you feel like you're destined for something and you want some level of success, I think we sometimes, because you don't want to seem, I don't want to say aggressive, but you don't want to seem I'm a very forward person as well.
Yeah.
I can't not be forward.
No,
but
yeah.
you don't want to seem too desperate.
No.
When you are, it kind of maybe sometimes drops your value. But a lot of the time with things like this, you got to put yourself out there and
You have to. I don't
actually
give
be
a
like,
fuck.
yo, are you doing
Mate,
this? Are you
like,
doing that?
When so no one really knew many Australian boxers, right? Do you know, this is like a couple of years ago. And I was fighting in Australia and I'm like, I need to get out of Australia because I just know boxing shit in Australia. Like it's shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
shit pay, like it's nothing, you know? And so I'm like, what can I do? So, I mean, I used to go to Vegas, just like I would spend $4,500 and go to Vegas for 3 days from Australia, which is like a fucking 15, 16 hour flight.
Of course,
As you know, I'd fly in on Friday, I'd get there for the weigh-ins and then I'd fly home on a Sunday. But I would get there so I could get my face at the fights and I would talk to like the channels, you know, like Fight Hype and like Ellie Sekba and just get my name out there because how else am I going to get known in Australia? They don't do anything in Australia like that with the boxing. You know what I mean? So
I don't even think with any sport.
none. I mean, well, in boxing, in Australia, in boxing, there's no YouTube channels that go and interview people. Or they're not at the fight. It's not like here. You know, you got Cougs and stuff from IFL, and you don't have it. It's not the same in Australia. So I had to get out. I have to get out. The only way to get out of Australia is to actually get out. So I used to spend. It's all investments, right? And spending money going overseas, getting my face out there. Then when COVID happened, I obviously we couldn't fucking travel.
Yeah.
And I was just I just got back from the Fury Wilder 2 fight in Vegas that I went.
Sick.
So I just went there for that. I fought in America in February 2020. And then I went home for literally 10 days. And the day before the fight, so the Friday, I'm like, I have to fucking go to this fight. I just have to go. So I booked my flights, flew in Saturday, left Australia Saturday morning. And because of the time difference, I got there at Saturday lunch. Just before the fight. Like I was literally like, and I literally booked it the day before because I was like, I need to go to this fight. I just had a feeling, you know, I just get these urges. I just need to go. And I was just there for like 3 days and then came back to Australia. But when I was there and I saw the crowds, right, and like for Fury, obviously he's British.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was just Brits everywhere, like everywhere. And I thought, man, I need these fucking fans. Like I need to fight in like this kind of atmosphere because I've been to a lot of American fights.
Yeah. And
it's just not the same, just the Americans. But when the like the, you know, British people are there, like you can just feel the difference. It's a completely different energy. And so that's when I decided that I wanted to kind of come here. And then I was like, fuck, how am I going to do that? I don't know anyone in the UK. Like I've never had really a connection with the UK, nothing. So I was talking to one of my friends, who's an artist actually, Patrick Killian, and he was like, man, you got to get on Twitter. And I was like, really? And I go, man, I don't use Twitter. Like no one in Australia uses Twitter really. Like,
they don't, do they? No, they don't. They don't. Or WhatsApp.
No, I use WhatsApp.
You do now.
Yeah. No, but I always use WhatsApp.
Oh, did you?
Because I speak to a lot of people from like America and Brazil
Europe,
and stuff.
Yeah.
So like
Brazil.
Yeah. So I was always on WhatsApp. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'm like, what do I do? And I thought, fuck, well, I got to figure it out. You know?
Yeah.
So I got on there and I just started like just being myself and I realized because it's all boxing, like it's like boxing Twitter, which is, I love boxing. So I was just like talking fights with people and like might just chuck up my weigh-in video or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, you fucking cunts, like whatever. Like I didn't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously the British are like, whoa, what the hell? Like who's this girl? Like this boxer saying like throwing out the cunt, like saying cunt and throwing out the F-bombs and, you know, lingerie with these big bolt-ons, like big titties, like what's going on? Like, whoa, you know, and because the UK is so conservative.
Yeah.
You know, and especially the boxing, a lot of the boxers, you know, are very, I don't know if they're media trained, like very, like institutionalized, I feel. I'm going to call it institutionalized,
Okay,
you know
cool.
what I mean? Like they're very like everyone's the same, like but not say anything out, you know. There might be a couple, you know, obviously like your Furies and stuff that will go out, but definitely none of the girls.
They're the ones that do well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, none of the girls, like you got Katie Taylor, who's obviously a gunfighter, but she's not really out there. Do you know what I mean? You know, like other than her fighting skills, it's like there's not wild. And because she's so successful, everyone's like, oh, you need to be like Katie Taylor. So you need to be like that. I'm like, well, I'm not fucking Katie Taylor. Do you know what I mean? I'm Ebanie Bridges. And people would say to me, you know, when I first got on the scene, I got hated heaps, obviously, by a lot of boxing people because they're like,
because you're different.
Yeah, you're like, you can't be sexy and look like that and box. Like, how dare you mix sex and boxing, like in sport, like, and not sex, but just because obviously my figure and I got boobs and I don't hide my femininity. I embrace my femininity. Why wouldn't I? I'm a female and I love being pretty and sexy.
You weigh in with your lingerie. I see that.
Yeah, but that's also because I wear lingerie. I love lingerie. I like being sexy. Like, and everyone else weighs in underwear. So why do I have to go and buy underwear that looks like theirs when I would fucking never wear that anyways?
Is
And
a
plus,
lot of that like a statement for like, I'm a powerful female?
not really. I was just like, I was a bodybuilder for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I used to stand on stage in a fucking beautiful bikini, glittering, flexing and posing and doing all that for 10 years. So, and I was a card girl for 10 years. Ring girl, where I was like in a G-string, and this is before when ring girls could wear G-strings. I used to be in a G-string, you know, all through my 20s, holding the cards up in Australia. That's what I did because I couldn't fight. We can go back on that. But and you know, so for me, seeing on scales in my underwear and lingerie is not like a big deal. It's like whatever, like, you know, and I enjoyed doing it. And for me, it was like, felt a little bit like a mini bodybuilding comp because you're fucking dehydrated, you know. And I put the I put the tan on, like not the bodybuilding tan, obviously, but you know my you know normal tan. Got my hair, do my makeup, and I'm up there and posing, and I love it. Like it's just like because I love bodybuilding, but I had to give it up. You know what I mean? It was just like I was done with it. But I love the stage stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's just
you're an entertainer.
Yeah, I'm an entertainer.
That's what you probably liked about bodybuilding.
Maybe,
is that you can go on stage and do
exactly,
what you do now.
Exactly, and the same with the card girl and going there and like you know, whatever. So it's just you know, and I just understand. I understand marketing as well, you know, and
that's all it is. You're a brand and you're out there
exactly
showing people.
And I also knew that I don't have that long in boxing because I started when I was older. I had my first amateur fight 2 weeks before my 30th birthday. Do you know what I mean?
How old are you now?
35.
Oh, you look great, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Don't get nervous.
No, I'm not. I'm lucky you're sitting over there. I didn't want you touching me under the table. You can't reach me over there. No. But yeah, so so I started late and I know like my body's wrecked from bodybuilding, and I just knew that I wouldn't be boxing forever, like I'm not boxing for 10, 15 years. So I have to kind of like pump it out, build this brand fast, because then after boxing, I need something. And if I've got a brand, then I can make money off my brand, which I do. I make like money obviously off my brand and my name now, just because of obviously my popularity and everything. But it's like that's like it's a business mindset because I knew boxing was business. Yeah, you gotta have the skills. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I work hard and I train hard and I'm skillful. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a world champion.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I'm thinking about it, which a lot of people don't, and a lot of I suppose boxers, because they just want to just fight and train and that's it. And I get it, but I think you need to understand how it works if you really want to be like, you know, like a prize fighter.
You see, like, for example, I started watching UFC after Conor McGregor.
Yeah, exactly.
He was entertaining to me.
100%.
And he
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
and you can't give a fuck. If I listened to people when I first came to the scene and on Twitter and stuff, and they're all saying, "Oh, you can't fight. Oh, you're just a fucking lingerie model. You just tits. You go and you get where you want." And I got to come over here, first Australian to be flown over and fought a Matchroom. You know, you're only there because she's got tits and because she's hot. And I'm like, no, not really, actually, because I've been grafting for a whole year, doing interviews at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 12 p.m., or 12, you know, like midnight, because of the time difference, so I could get my name out. Because if you have a product, you actually can't, like, how are you going to say anyone see your product if you don't promote it? So, of course, I was promoting it. I was promoting myself on social media because that's the only thing I could promote on at that time, you know, because I couldn't fight because it was COVID. And I just knew, because I know the fighter I am and I know how I am, I knew all they needed was to see me fight and then they would all change their fucking tune, and which is exactly what happened. Yeah. Still got haters.
Did any of that at any point, because I've been there where I've gone online, there's threads where people are talking fucking absolute shit about you. And so, like, have you ever hit like a dark moment where you've gone,
nah.
Oh, nice.
Nah, I'm just like, these cunts don't know who I am.
Yeah.
They don't know me. People I literally don't know me and they're talking shit. I'm like, wait, like, firstly, you can say all you want because I'm so secure in myself. You know, I've gone through hell and back to be the person I am, who I fucking love. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, no one can say anything to me or knock me off, because especially someone I don't even fucking know. Like, you're calling me this and that. I'm like, mate, you never met me.
Yeah.
You don't know fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know? Or they're like, oh, you should be training more instead of being on social media. I'm like, mate, you don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, you know, or they say, oh, she doesn't take the sport seriously because I weigh in lingerie. Okay. So because I got fucking fake tits and I weigh in lingerie and I'm pretty because I like to wear makeup, I don't take the sport seriously because we all got to look like fucking butch women.
Because I got fake fucking tits, mate.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, mate. No, because honestly though, but that's it. It's like I was different because a lot of the girls, you know, didn't put that effort in to be feminine or whatever. And you can see it, and everyone mentioned I'm a bit of a pioneer in it, because now there's a lot of girls coming out. And
I see it.
I see it. And they're doing a little bit more, and people are saying, and I'm all for it, empower it. You know what I mean?
100%.
But you have to also understand they're like, oh, Ebonie's gotten successful doing this. You know, but that's because I was the first. You know what I mean? Like you see a little bit of it, but it's not just like, oh, yeah, just wear lingerie and you're going to get like, 20 million views on your weigh-ins, which is like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's the whole package. Do you know what I mean? It's everything that I do. It's not just one. If you want to be successful, you can't, in life, you can't just put energy into one thing. It has to be in everything. You have to have that same mindset. You have to put the same drive in every part of your life. Otherwise it's not going to be a whole thing. And it all comes together, I suppose. So yeah, I don't know. The haters going to hate, and I think I'm push that message, which is one of my biggest things, is that, be you, be real, and don't listen to people. Do what you want,
Yeah.
because no matter who you are, you could be fucking Mother Teresa and someone's going to hate on you and they're going to talk shit. Doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter what you do. There's going to be someone that doesn't like it. There's going to be someone that's going to hate. So don't try and people please. Yeah. Don't try and change who you are to make people happy, or don't try and change who you are to get more love, because the more love you're going to get from changing, you're going to get hate from someone else. It does not matter.
And the love you get like that is the wrong sort of
exactly.
love. Anyway, like,
and you can't maintain that. Like, that's why with me, like, I'm real as, like, I am how I am, and I haven't put on some act to like be like that.
Yeah.
And, it is who I am. And
it's probably why you knew you would get along.
Exactly, because we're both fuckwits.
But do you think that, when you said about like the negativity you were getting, don't you find that what I've seen anyway is when the negativity is harder, the people that love you love you.
Oh yeah,
they're
100%.
Like loyal.
Man,
as fuck.
my fans are like cult fans. Like, so I built a huge fan base in 2020 just from being online, my online presence.
Yeah.
Just for them getting to know Ebanie Bridges, the blonde bomber, right? They hadn't even seen me fight yet. I put up flip pics and stuff, like some videos, but not much, because I didn't think I needed to really prove myself. I didn't need to put up sparring or anything like that or fights. Like, I just know that I can fight, and that's enough. When you see me fight, then whatever.
Yeah.
So what I said is that, and there's a lot of obviously haters saying, oh, they've never even seen a fight. She just lingerie and you never know she fights, and she's got all these fans. And I'm just like, because they fell in love with the blonde bomber. They fell in love with Ebanie Bridges.
Yeah.
And so no matter what, win or lose, I'm going to have these fans because they just love me as a person. And
they'll support whatever you do.
No matter what. And because I'm interactive with my fans and I love having a banter, like, you'll see my stuff on, like, I just put a tweet out last night. I had Elle Brooke over my house, right? And she was playing with my cat. And I put a tweet out saying, Elle Brooke's here playing with my pussy. You know what I mean? Just because, but like, I'll just do this shit. Like, and then all the boys jump on and they just banter. And I find it funny. Like, but I was like, oh, you got all like simps and like pervs. I'm like, mate, it's just boys. Like, just banter. Like, it's a fucking joke. Like, you know what I mean? But I just like, that's my kind of humor as well. So, and I think it's good, refreshing to have someone that's relaxed, not someone
Especially in the sport.
Like someone that's so like, stiff, and you can't say this and can't say that, and I better not say that, like, whatever. Like, if you don't like it, don't fucking follow me, man. Just if you're not following me, still seeing my shit, block me so you don't see my shit. Don't sit there and have a fucking cry about it.
It's weird because what happens is a lot of the haters
follow you even harder.
They follow you.
I know.
They hate you so much they love you.
They love you. It's so true.
They hate you so much
the best?
They think about
and they talk about you all the time, and I'm like,
and
I said, guys, keep talking about me because you're spreading my. They don't realize, like, by actually talking about me is just getting my name out more. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you find out things you didn't know about yourself.
Yeah, it's just so true.
I did look good that day.
Hey, I really like that rumor. I might roll with that one.
Yeah,
that one's a good one.
Nah.
But yeah, no, look, I mean, you can't let other people bring you down. I learned that in life, and it's something I push, to people. You just can't listen. If you know inside of you you're a good human and you're doing good, and you know if you're a good person.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're a fucking shit cunt. Like, let's be honest. Know. And so
you can feel that energy as well. When you meet someone, you're like, this motherfucker's snaky.
Yeah, right?
You just see it.
And they're gonna get their karma, But if you're a good person, you're doing well, and you're just trying to put your head down and be successful, and you're not hurting anyone, then
doors will open.
And the people that talk shit, like, you guys got to ignore them because you're a good person, and all that matters is the people around you, your close knit friends and family. And what they think of you. Like, if your friends and family going, like, they said to me, Eb, like, fuck, like, pull your head in or something, then I'd be like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
They don't. But if they were, I'd be like, because they're real, I care what they think and their opinions.
You'll take it in, think about it, and then whatever.
Exactly. But some no name, whatever, fake account troll saying shit about me, like, it's like, mate, you're not even real. Yeah. Literally. Like, so yeah.
That is
waste of energy. I just think these poor cunts, what are they doing at home? Like, they're just like.
But that sort of attitude and like the way you are, I always find that people that tend to be like that have gone through some shit
Oh,
before
100%.
to appreciate
Yeah.
things that are happening now,
Yeah.
or built that kind of mental toughness.
Exactly.
Because you need that.
You do.
You need that. And then, because I'm not gonna lie, like we're in fucking Fulham, and like sometimes I overhear conversations in cafes. I hear problems. People that think very small things are fucking problems.
Yeah.
I hear people complain about the temperature of their fucking coffee, and I'm thinking, bruv, you've never had a problem. You've never had bailiff at your door, bruv.
Yeah.
You've never had no one knocking on your door asking for money.
Literally.
You've never owed money.
No,
You've been raised in a nice fucking house.
Yeah.
And that also scares me as well. Like, you know what? I'm driven for success. I'm driven.
Yeah.
I want to do well. I'm gonna do well. I think I'm doing well. But there's a part of me that scares me. Like, if I have kids,
Yeah.
are they gonna be little pricks?
Nah.
Like,
Because you got to make it.
you just gotta be more.
You got to make them hard. Like you can't. You got to give them a good life, but got to teach them shit. You know what I mean? I think it's really obviously it's important. Say wealthy or successful parents to instill good, obviously good morals and hard work and not give them everything.
Yeah.
Can't tell someone how to bring out their kids, but you need them to appreciate what they're getting. Of course they're gonna have maybe a little bit easier than you did, but they still you need to go through shit to, get thick skin. And I mean.
Have you, like, has there been a, like, really mad tough moment in your life?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my teens was a fucking write-off. Like, my teens was really traumatic. And
Where was it? In Perth?
No, Sydney. I'm from Sydney, western suburbs, Sydney.
Why did I think you were in Perth?
I don't know.
Did you live in Perth?
Nah, never.
Why did I think that?
Sydney.
Or did you fight in Perth?
Nah.
Maybe I got that wrong then. I don't know. I just assumed.
No.
You're like a Perth gal, innit?
Fuck off.
I knew that would get you. Fuck off, mate.
Western Sydney, mate. Fucking Druitt.
Where in Western?
Druitt, nah.
Mount Druitt?
No, it wasn't Mount Druitt. But
Where
not
was
far.
it?
Blacktown.
Is it?
Yeah.
I swear down.
That's where I grew up, yeah.
Really? I played football there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did too, played football for
And you know where I worked as well when I
Where?
was 19?
Where?
You know the Foot Locker in Blacktown?
Yeah.
When I was traveling in
way.
Australia.
I probably would have seen you in there a couple of times.
I was
so
there.
look at this dickhead.
You know what was mad about? Yeah, you probably did. Because I was definitely the only London boy there. You know what happened one day there? Listen to this. Because you know in Blacktown, they got a lot of Sudanese guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, anyone that's listening, it's fucking crazy. An area called Blacktown.
I know.
And guess what? There's majority of black people.
Yeah,
and
literally.
I always used to say this. And because I used to work, everyone in Foot Locker, me included, it was all black guys and me.
Of course.
And I used to be like, bruv, you man migrated here, and I can talk to them about this because my family were immigrants into like UK. And I was like, you know what's mad? You lot are refugees here, yeah, and they put you in a place called Blacktown.
I know.
That is. I was like,
It's
how
literally.
how the hell did Australia get away with this?
Yeah.
I'm like, how this is fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
And one day, the slang.
Yeah.
And the slang's obviously a little bit different, innit? So I'm working in Foot Locker, and this big, tall, big Sudanese guy comes up to me. And he looks at me. I'm like, "You're right." And he gives me a dirty look. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" This is it's my first or second week
Was
in
it like
Foot
7
Locker.
foot?
He was big because them guys are tall,
Like
innit?
7 foot.
Yeah. And I was like, "You're right." He goes, "What do you mean you're right?" I'm like, "Because in Australia, apparently, because you know British go, you're right."
Yeah, right.
And in Australia, if you say you're right, you're like,
I
you
know.
want to fucking
Do you
go.
know what? I have to go about this, right? So I won't. You finish your story and I'll explain to you, like adjusting to this. Yeah.
So I said to him, "You're right." And this guy looked at me, and my manager came. He got a bit heated. He was like, "Who you talking to like that?" And then I got heated, and I was like, "I'm talking to you, bruv. I just said, you're right."
Yeah.
He goes, "Be careful." I said, "I'm careful. I'll finish at 7, innit?" Meanwhile, I'm shitting myself, but I don't back down, innit?
Yeah, mate.
It's
And they
just in
got
my
fucking
blood.
gangs. Like,
Yeah.
Look, I'm in like 20 of them.
Yeah.
There's like, 20 live in the house.
I was all right though. I knew the Turkish
Yeah, like-
guys in Blacktown. So I was all right. I knew the Turkish guys. You know the bikies?
Oh, the Turk- yeah. Yeah, I know them.
And I was like, and then he said that, and I was like, and then I said to my manager was like, "What'd you say?" I said, "You're right." She goes, "Darren, you got to be careful here.
Can't say that, yeah.
You say you're right. You're looking for a fight, man."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?"
Well, yeah, when I came here and I was here, obviously everyone's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, fucking stop asking me.
That's so true.
Seriously though. And like it took like all of last year until probably beginning of this year to really get used to it. Like I would literally go to the, what do you call it? The Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's, yeah.
And like the chick would be like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right." Like I'm like, why don't you fucking ask me if I'm okay? Like, do I fucking? And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like get really like, like defensive. I'm like, and then when I realized, even when I realized and I knew that that's what I was saying, my still first instinct would be like, if they're like, you're right, or you okay? I'm like, yeah, man, like, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. And I'm thinking, fuck. And then I feel, oh shit, I'm supposed to say, I'm good. How are you? Like, because I'm just like, then it's rude because I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, fine. You know, but it's like that rudeness because I'm not actually asking them how they're, how could you know, hey, how are you?
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
How are you? It was just never like that. I was like, I'm good.
It's funny because in Australia, by the
Like,
way, you can
only-
pull that mic back if you want.
You only say like, are you okay if you think someone's like got a problem.
Yeah.
Like you don't like we have you okay day, you know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
okay day, and it's like if someone
Mic's dropping.
it's flopping around, don't like that.
Just tighten that. Yeah, tighten that bit. Don't worry.
No one likes it when it's sloppy.
That's all right.
I don't know what I've done.
Wait. David, we might need your help.
Wait. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Wait, David's
That's
coming.
okay. It's okay.
Is it okay? Tighten up. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Is it
It's
tight or is it
no,
going to drop?
I don't know. Okay. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like you know, you only
Is that
ask.
hard
if-
enough for you?
It's you know what? Oh, it's
Sorry, I'm sorry. Only
just
because you
headbutting it
said that,
now.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Nearly licked it. No.
Oh my God.
Anyways, no. So
'Cause they go, how's it going, man?
how you going?
How you
Yeah.
going?
How you going?
How you going?
How you going? How are? Yeah. You didn't.
How are ya?
Yeah. How are you? How you going? It's not like you okay. Like I would be like, are you okay? Like you like, you know. And I actually thought that as well. I had friends from the UK. They'll message me. You know, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Like, but they're just saying, how are you?
Yeah. No, no.
It's like I'm supposed to be like, I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, they're so lovely. But then I just realized they're not actually checking in to see if I'm okay. They're just saying, how you going?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. So
Yeah.
so what, you were raised in Blacktown?
Yeah, like Toongabbie. So,
Toongabbie?
Toonie.
Shut up. I know around there,
Yeah,
you know?
Toongabbie. I went to Greystanes High School. So yeah. Like,
Fuck, I know Toongabbie.
but then I grew up in Dural after I left school and stuff. I moved to Dural at my late 20s and early 30s. So
Oh, really?
Dural, yeah, had nice 8 acres there, which I just left
Really?
behind. And
That is so, I actually know, because basically.
you know Dural as well?
I know Drew as well, but I was living in.
It's like they're like black and white.
Proper.
Yeah.
I was living in Walkham Hills.
Borco, yeah. My parents live in Northmead.
Yeah, I know Northmead as well. Northmead Hospital, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, look at you,
I know,
fucking
I know,
showing off your
listen,
Aussie
I
shit
know
and all
all
that.
that shit, bruv. Because I was, so my ex was
Yeah.
Australian.
Okay, yeah.
And they lived in the suburbs.
Yeah.
And I was like, after a while, I was like, what the fuck is someone like me doing? Imagine a character
I
like me
know.
in the suburbs. Like, it was.
Yeah, you should
it
be
was-
in Bondi like all the other imports.
Yeah. You a pommy, mate?
Yeah.
You a pommy or a lebo? I used to be like, big man. Like, what the fuck? How do you, were you assuming I'm Lebanese? I'm fucking Turkish, bruv. At least ask me.
You look
for-
lebo.
Yeah, there you go. See?
You do.
Fucking racist. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I know around there because I played a lot of football
Yeah.
in Blacktown Stadium.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Around there, Mount Druitt, all
Yeah.
of those areas.
Yeah, I played football. I played reps in Australia. I don't know what we call it here, but in Australia, reps, like
What's that?
representative football.
Rugby league.
No, football.
soccer.
Representative football. Yeah, soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Are you talking
said
about football?
I'm talking about English football.
Yes, okay.
The only reason I said soccer is like, you're
Yeah,
Australian.
sorry,
I was just
if
making
there's any
sure.
Australians listening. No, I played soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Granville reps, which is
Oh, sick.
representative. So that's like, you know, you got your club in your church, and then you got reps and then state.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was just like obviously selective. So I played in that whole area. That's when I played in my
Oh,
teens.
sick.
Yeah, so I
Wicked.
used to be big into football.
And
But,
for people that don't know, Toongabbie, Blacktown is probably equivalent to East London, North London. It is like that. And it's
East London, yeah.
it is quite
rough.
it is quite
Yeah, it's rough
yeah.
as. I used to get in fights all the time. Bash bitches. Nah. But I
You're not lying, are you?
No, I'm not at all. I've got some great stories. No, but yeah, so obviously my teens was really rough and I went through a lot of traumatic stuff, which I'm saving for post-boxing career because I just don't feel like it needs to be focused on while I'm boxing.
Okay.
And, you know, I don't do the whole sob story. Not that it's a sob story. And actually it's funny because I was talking to someone about it not long ago, of a close friend of mine here, and he didn't know about my past and everything like that. And I opened up to him because I don't like opening up to people. And
Why?
because I just don't think people need to know.
You don't like the attention of it, or
No.
you just don't want to share it?
I just don't want to share it.
You can tell me to shut up here, by the way.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to share. I think it's like it's a negative for me,
Mm.
and it's like a negative part of my life, which I don't need to relive and tell everyone. Oh, this is what happened to me and what I did, and you know,
Okay.
but I don't need to do that because I've been so successful for so long. You know what I mean? Like it's just such a past life. It's a past life for me. It's not something that's I need to go. Hey, like here's my sob story in a way.
Okay.
Anyway, but I ended up opening up and telling him about it, and like he was like, you know what, Eb? It's not a sob story because I said I don't want people knowing, obviously. And because I don't want it to be falling back on that and go, wow, wow, like I'm so proud of you. Like, look how far you come. Like I just don't like that. I don't need it, you know? And he's like, Eb, it's not a sob story. It's a success story. That's a success story.
That's cool.
You know, and it was a nice twist. And I thought, you know what, you're right. Like it is, but obviously it's not one that I want to tell yet. But it kind of made me have a look at it a bit different because I suppose if I was still a victim of my past and I was still hanging on to it and still poor me, I'm fucking whatever, then it would still be a sob story, I think. But because I actually have turned my life around and I've got where I am now, it is a success story. And
do you think it's a part of that though? Because like whatever's happened.
Everything in my life, all the good, the bad, everything has all made me the person I am now, which I love. I love who I am and the person that I am and what I've achieved and what I'm able to give back to people because of what I've been through and because of what I've done. Do you know what I mean? You know, that's why I became a teacher. You know, I'm a high school teacher.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Wow, this cunt knows nothing about me. This guy. Sorry.
This is why you're on the fucking podcast. I know what? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people do research on guests, and I'm like,
no.
That's why you're here. I want to talk to you like I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Shit,
so why don't you stop chatting shit and tell me the story? I just realised you can fight, innit?
Yeah. You're lucky you're all the way over there.
Oh, double again.
Okay. So I'm a high school maths teacher, mathematics. So I did a double degree and a master's and anyways went into teaching. And I only just quit teaching last year. I was still teaching. I was teaching at Westfield Sports High.
Oh,
like in Fairfield. I don't know, in the West, obviously. I know Fairfield, yeah. And I also taught at Aird's High School, which is probably one of the roughest, hardest schools in like the Western Sydney. Which
they would have loved you there though.
Yeah, they did, right? So there's I purposely...
Campbelltown.
Past Campbelltown, like Aird's, which is like big, huge housing commission.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's pretty much, I taught it. It's like a underprivileged. It was the part of the underprivileged and Indigenous schools program. So it's like all Indigenous, you know, Aboriginal and underprivileged families and kids, like really low socioeconomic, and pretty much kids going there. And it was literally across the road from a jail, Reesby Detention Centre. So it was like across the road from that. So these kids that went there, it's like in their heads. They're living in the housing commission, and they feel like they've got no life, like they've got no future because they don't have any. Their parents are all drug addicts, prostitutes, fucking bikies, like you know they're criminals. So they don't know anything but what they see. So they don't know that there's a whole world outside of that little hub, right?
Australia is a fucking bubble.
Yeah.
When you are in that bubble as well, it's hard to get out that. Yeah.
So when I was doing my studies and stuff. I went to that school and I did a motivation seminar.
Sick.
So I had a friend who taught at that school. He's like, Eb, can you come to the school and do a motivation seminar? So I went there and I just, you know, talked to the kids because obviously I changed my life around, and I talked to the kids just trying to motivate them and stuff. And I just really felt for these kids. Mind you, it was an hour and a half away from my posh, you know, $13 million property in Dural, you know. But I travelled out there and I was like, the kids just remind me a lot of me. They remind me a lot of like, there were so many kids there that I just felt sorry for, that I'm like, I just want to help these kids, give them something to believe in. The reason I became a teacher was so I could be that person that I didn't have, and that person that the kids could go to and talk to in confidence, that I could actually help them out, you know, and maybe try and change their mindset and change their lives around.
Were you boxing at all at this point?
Yeah, I was boxing.
You were boxing, okay. Amateur level or?
Yeah, amateur.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it was like it was at the end of my degree.
Okay, cool.
And anyways, so then after I finished my degree, I was like, I want to go back to that school. I want to teach at that school. So I did. I went back to that school and it was like 3 hours of travel every day. Plus I was boxing. I was boxing as well. So I was working full time there plus boxing. I actually changed my gym out to Campbelltown too. So I could train there because it was too much otherwise. And I go to school and then I teach all day and then go to the gym and go home and whatever. Anyways. But I was at that school and I remember the first day being in that school, and I was obviously, I'm a maths teacher, so I was teaching maths, and all the kids are like, oh, miss, I can't do it, I'm too dumb, I'm dumb. Like, and I broke my heart because I thought, you know, all these kids are just saying to themselves, they're so dumb, they can't do it, like they just got no hope. Yeah. You know, no hope. They have and they just don't believe in themselves. If you don't believe in yourself, you're never going to be successful. Of course, do you know what I mean? That's the key. It's the key, you know? 100%. And so I have like this thing where I use math to teach life skills, right? So I know this is really weird, but I'll give you a bit of a background.
No, go for it.
So pretty much, right, a lot of people, majority of people think that, you know, they can't do maths and they're just not made for maths and my brain's not, I'm an English person, whatever, right? And so they like shut their brains off to learning maths. they just think, oh, I can't do it. I've got one question wrong, or that's too hard, so I'm just shit at maths. Like, I'm never going to be good. I'm shit at it. But the thing is, in what I teach the kids is, I'm like, mate, if you go and kick a football for the first time, you miss the goal or you miss the kick, you're not going to go, fuck it, I'm never kicking a football again, I'm shit. No, you keep trying, you keep practicing. And it's the same with maths. Like, if you keep practicing and you put the effort in and you truly believe and truly want to do well, you can do well. But of course, like anything that you want to learn and practice, you have to practice. You have to put the effort in. Yeah, of course, some people get it better. Some people get math better. Just like some people are more skilled at football or more skilled at rugby, easier. But, there's never like, I can't do it, or there's never, I'm too dumb to do it. It's not that. It's just that you need to be willing to put the energy in and believe. And so I've got like my class, I was going to show you.
You go for it.
I'll read them out to you, but I'll also show you. My classroom rules, and, you got the standard, like put your hands up and talk and, don't interrupt and blah, blah. And then my main ones, which is rule 4, is banned words. And they're not allowed to say, I can't, I'm dumb and it's too hard. They're not allowed to say that. And if
sick.
And if they say that, they've got to come back to lunch for detention and write lines of affirmation that they're smart, I can do it, it's not too hard. And they hate it and they think it's so lame. Like, this is gay, or like, this is lame, you know what I mean? And it's like, so because they don't want to do that and write nice things about themselves, because they, people struggle to do that, they rather not say these negative words. So then I'm training these kids to think before they say negativity.
Yes.
And because I'll be like, and then they will dob on their friends if their friends say it, and they're like, oh, miss, like Joey said that he can't do it, it's too hard. I'm like, see you at lunchtime, buddy. He's like, oh, no, like, because they hate it. Like, but they love it at the same time. And I'm all about positive, positive.
You can see more why you are like that.
Yeah.
You message me, you be like, every time I do like, when I've done my shows or anything like that, you've always like, well done, man, keep going, keep winning, well done, all that. And I'm like, I can see that more,
Look here, I'll read you my classroom rules.
Go.
Be respectful to your teacher and others, no bullies. Do not talk while teacher's talking, this is rude. Come ready to learn as soon as you enter the classroom, books, pens out. Raise your hand. Banned words, I'm dumb, I can't, it's too hard. Have a positive mindset. Rule 6, always do your best, never give up. And then I say, I believe in you, so believe in yourself. Because a lot of these kids, and it's not, trust me, it's teachers' fault as well, because I went to this school and these teachers were like, oh, the kids are just, we can't do this with them because they're not really capable.
Oh, you know what? I'm so glad you
know what I
that.
mean? And this was like my second day, and I go, excuse me, I'm just going to stop you there. It's not that they're not capable, it's that you have low expectations. And if you have low expectations of the kids, they're going to have low expectations of themselves. And you need to be a good teacher to be able to differentiate for different students. So of course you're going to have 30 kids. They're not all going to be at the same level. Yeah, they're going to be like in certain brackets, but they're still not going to be in the same level in that classroom. And the first school that I was at, because it was a bit of a behaviour school, so I had all kinds of kids in there, like autistic, ADHD, ODD. Like I had all kinds of different kids with learning disabilities and like just struggling, and even just like anxiety or problems at home. They're not eating, like they're, there's so many things, that these kids are going through.
Those kids, they've got that. That's what they're going to.
Like a lot of these kids, like this, the school's safe for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so when they're there, but they're tired because they haven't slept all night because their parents have been, because their dad's been bashing their mum. Do you know what I mean? They're so kept up all night because of domestic violence, or they're having to look after their little babies. You got to think about these things when you're a teacher. Where a lot of old, like I don't know, I can't really like diversify or whatever, or stereotype, but. The way of teaching now, and especially if you're obviously passionate about it like I am, you need to, differentiate your teaching and understand kids, And so I will have different kids in my classroom, and I'll set this little, Johnny over here I just might need him, Johnny, I just need you to copy down, just copy this and have this in your book. And then like, whatever, Sandy's just got to do, the first page.
Yeah.
And then you got Ryan, he's got to get to 2 pages. But what it is you're setting their goals for their level, but they're still feeling success. Because if you go, you need to do 3 pages and you need to get them all done, they're not going to be able to do it. Some kids can't do it. So then they're feeling like there's failures. They're just feeling like failures every day.
I felt like that. I failed. I walked out of school with 2 GCSEs and one of them was Turkish.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because I used to get I was always like good at seeing things.
Yeah.
I was good with people. I was good at seeing things. I would spot things. Any teacher that I knew was a fucking weirdo, I used to be like, he's a fucking pedo, mate.
Yeah.
I can fucking see it. He's a pedo.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at fucking doing all my homework and shit, but I knew he was a pedo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But no teacher at that moment could point out what works for Darren. And it was so frustrating for me because I couldn't learn. I was like, I'm dyslexic. Well, they said I was fucking dyslexic.
Yeah. But now, like, even with this, if they knew you're dyslexic back then, there's things you can do for dyslexia, because I have students with dyslexia as well.
Exactly.
So teaching them how so they can learn better with dyslexia. Do you know what I mean?
I just learn differently.
You learn differently.
I learn differently.
And you need to understand that as well. And also giving students time, not just going, oh, he doesn't want to do it, so I'm not going to bother with him. Or give him detention. Or, you know what, like, be one-on-one and try and find out why they're not learning, why they don't want to do it. But my biggest thing, and my students, like, all my students follow me, and they always did, like, on my socials, you know, because they're proud that, you know, they got, like,
sick,
you know, I'll show you a message from one of my students that she sent me a message the other day. It was so nice. But so they're, you know, I have this thing where you got to be open to learning. If you're not open to learning, so say with maths, a lot of people are close to maths. They're not open to learning it. They're like, I can't do it. It's too hard. I'm done.
Or just stuff in general.
In general, but like going into the classroom and changing that mindset, and it starts for me in the classroom with maths, is that if you can open their mind to the possibility that they actually can learn, and then they're positive and they're going, you know what, actually I can do this, because you're giving them work and you're teaching them in a way that they can learn and they do get it and they are seeing success. Once they start getting a few questions right, they're like, fuck, I can do this.
Yes.
So then they get positive, you know what I mean? It's like you could do one algebra question and you get it wrong. Doesn't mean that's it, you're shit. You're never going to do algebra. No, just like if you miss a goal for the first time, you're not going to go shit, never kicking football again. You just keep practicing, you know, and you have to do that, you know. And I mean, it takes a lot of work as a teacher because you have to really break it down.
It takes a lot of patience.
It's a lot of patience. But I was, like I said, like I love seeing people succeed, and I love that, you know, there's so many of my students where I just know that I had such a big impact because I've seen them change their complete lives around, like in the classroom, you know. And it was, for me, it was never about like their scores, like their tests. As long as they're working hard in the classroom, like I would say to the kids, look, your report's going to be a bit shit just with the scoring because the test might be bad, but I always write nice comments like they work really hard, because I care about the effort that they're putting in. Because as long as they're putting in effort and I can see they're trying, they might get into the test and then be like, oh, panic and have anxiety and their brains go. And I understand that's what happens, you know. And so you can't let the kids think that that's it. You failed that, so you're shit. It's not like that. You know, you got to put in a perspective that there's everything there. And then they got to use that same mindset into other things, you know. You just got to keep trying. And I said, you're in like class 10, which is like the lowest, right? And you got like 1. Like, don't look at the guys in advance and be like, I'm never going to be like that, so I'm not smart. Just go, okay, you know what? Next term, I want to go up to class 8. Or next term, I want to get a better test result. You got to set little goals to slowly get up there. And then maybe by year 9 or, you know, by whatever, you're actually, you know, midway or so much better. But you got to do those kind of things. And it's the same with any goal. You need to be like, all right, I want to be world champion. Right, but to be a world champion, I need to do this and this and this and this.
Fights.
You need to, you know, go on a journey. And same with, you know, whatever you want to do with your speaking, you got to start here small, and then, you know, it's about building. But say if you have a failure of a small show, it's a failure, and you're not going to be turned out because of whatever reasons it might be. Go, oh, I'm shit. Like, that's it. I'm not going to do this again. You don't do that. You keep
spoke
grafting.
in a venue that holds over 1,000 people, and there was just over 100 people there.
But exactly.
Like, whatever, I'm having fun
because you got to start
people,
somewhere, you know, but you got to start, and you can't just keep giving up, you know. And I mean, I can talk all day about my teaching because it is something I'm probably more, I don't know if I'm more passionate about teaching than boxing, but it's very on par. It was very hard for me to give up my job.
Because you invested in those people.
I just love helping kids and helping people believe in themselves, right? And you can do that in a classroom with, like, say my 100 students, say I've got 5 classes or whatever, and I've got, you know, 20 kids in each class. And so I know that I'm able to influence these kids, and they'd love coming to school, Miss Bridges. Like, and I'll show them my boxing, and I'm like, all right, if you're really good, then we'll put on some sparring, or I'll show you my fights, or, you know, I'll show them all my videos and stuff. And they'll come up to school in like recess and be like, Miss, like, so-and-so wants to spar you. And I'm like, let's go. Like, and I'll like rear up at them and stuff. But yeah, like, I mean, it's good to be able to have a positive impact, especially at a young age when those kids are so.
Especially in Australia, I'm not going to lie. Australia's got this like tall poppy syndrome shit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's bad.
Did you experience that a lot?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm out of everyone in Australia hates me. Not everyone, but like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, people just hate you being successful, you know, and it's like, oh, she's got out. So it's like, let's just, you know, let's just hate on her and try and bring her down. I mean, yeah, it's crappy, but.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm going to try and find a bit. I'm not going to borrow about it. But yeah, she was like, Miss, I just want you to know that we're watching you and we're so proud of everything that you've achieved. And yeah, it's really great. You know what I mean?
How old are they?
She's about to do a year 12, so it should be 17.
17,
Yeah, and I just
so
bought her a rope.
you were in secondary school then?
Yeah, I did high school.
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
you know, you in high school.
13, from 12-year-olds to 18-year-olds.
They would have loved you when
and
you first walked in.
And at both schools that I was at, I ran boxing programs for the I started off as doing it for like the anger management girls, just to get them to learn about good relationships and self-confidence, because, you know, people that are bullies or people that are angry, they've got issues, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to teach them good relationship with themselves and with others. And obviously boxing teaches you respect, and also you have to push them through that. So I would coach them in that and take them out, and it's like a program for that called Gloves Off, which is like, I used to call it, that's what it's called, Gloves Off. Yeah. So there's like gloves off, but they're on, but like, you know, we're all here and we're all about positive mindset to yourself and to each other. And then it kept like, I would rotate it between like, they call themselves the anger management girls, but between them and like the anxiety girls, the girls with low confidence, you know, anxiety or like just struggling. Really like closed off and disengaged, just trying to teach them, you know, to be a bit more positive themselves. Like every week they'd have to write in a diary 3 things they're grateful for, something they're proud of that they did that week, you know, and like some kind of little goal, you know, and also. I
think sport is a great, especially like a fighting sport.
Yeah.
Like it builds, you meet like some of the, like, I'm sure you've met so many fucking killers as well. I mean, I bet the better fighter they are, they tend to be more humble.
Yeah, of course, because you have nothing to prove, you know what I mean? Like,
to prove,
yeah.
And also when you're sparring and you're getting your ass whipped, it's, what do you call it? You learn a lot. You learn a lot when you're getting beat up about yourself, innit?
Yeah. Look, so I've just found this message from my student.
Yeah, go for it.
She goes, hey, miss. She goes, I don't know if you remember me from this school. Just wanted to send a quick message, say congrats on all your success. I hope you're back soon. And like, obviously I didn't talk to my kids while I was teaching, you know, but now that I'm not teaching, I connect with them. Yeah. And I was like, hey, lovely, thank you for the kind message, sweet message. It means a lot to me. I miss teaching a lot, and I hope you're doing well. And then she goes, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. It looks like you're living the dream. And I said, yeah, I am. You know, it feels good to be bashing bitches and getting paid for it. And I go,
now you can say that.
Yeah. I say it anyways, but yeah. And I go, I wish you all the best. And I remember anything is possible if you believe it. You work hard, stay consistent, and don't stop when it gets tough. I go, send me pictures when you graduate, because she said she's graduating soon. And just like those little, like even just those little like, you know, words that I can say to someone. Yeah. You know, I know those little things that they're what's the word? Where you can
inspire them.
No, yeah, inspire, but impressionable.
Yeah.
You know, they're at that age, like that young age where, you know, you can really
you can leave an imprint on
them. You know what I mean? Like good mindset and good stuff. Like at that age is when, you know.
That's why it's so important, like when you're at that age, to kind of surround yourself with the right
good people. It
sets those foundations.
But it's also like now, say as an adult, like I would love to do, you know, seminars. Obviously, tell my story. When I finish boxing, I want to do like motivation seminars and travel the world and do tours and stuff like that. Tell my story, because I believe that you can change your life at any time. It doesn't matter if you're a kid. And you know, like when I was like 18, 19, I changed my life. But you can do it at 30. It's never too late to go, you know what, fuck this. I'm sick of this shit. Like I need to do something with myself. I need to do something with my life. And it just, you know, like I think that's a really important message.
And the stuff you're talking about, like to say stuff you went through, was it early teens?
Yeah, I was in my whole teens.
My whole teens.
Yeah, the whole school life, yeah. So I was like pretty much from 12, 13 to 18.
Are you tight with your family?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm lucky I have a good family, otherwise I probably wouldn't be here.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
yeah. So
like mum, dad together?
Yeah, all together. Okay. Yeah, good family. Just went through shit, but had, you know, bad things, and it just spiraled, I suppose. Yeah. And so I
And are they in Australia?
Yeah, they're in Australia. Very sad that I've left. Yeah.
I was going to say, you know, when I lived in Australia, my family here.
God, man. Yeah, my mum's like, and I'm like, sorry, mum, but it's my life, not yours.
but they can fly over, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. They can, yeah. I mean, a little bit older, but they can do it. Like, but I can't, I don't live my life for anyone else.
Yeah.
You know, my mum knows that. She knows what I'm like. She knows I'm very driven. I had a second chance at life. That's what I say. You know, I believe I had a second chance at life. I could be.
I'm looking forward.
I could be on a completely different path or dead. You know what I mean? So for me, my mindset when it changed, I was like, you know what, I don't want to waste another minute, and I don't want to waste another minute of my life, and I don't want to give up on myself. So now I just don't give up on nothing. Yeah. Like I'm the fucking opposite. I'm like so extreme. Like, I can't like waste a minute. Every minute has to be like, you know, not wasted, and like, you know, I need to chill the fuck out to be honest. But it's got me where I am, you know, and I think it's important.
That's the bad thing about being like that. It's very hard to like, you have to force rest a lot of times.
Yeah, definitely.
Mentally and physically. Like, and when you're away or when you're resting or whatever you want to do to chill out, I don't know about you, but I always feel guilty.
That's why I draw though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drawings are cool, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But that's why I draw up, because otherwise my mind doesn't switch off.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about, can you sleep all right?
Not really. Like 5 hours. Yeah. Shit sleep.
I only asked you that because for some reason I thought.
No, I don't sleep.
I can see you're switched on all the time.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm ADHD too, so that fucking doesn't help.
Okay. No.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's just, it's where it is, and you just got to do everything. For me, it's like I just got to make all sacrifices. I made so many sacrifices in my life to be where I am, and a lot of it is relationships and family and socializing and all that kind of stuff. Because to me, that's like the least priority for me, for my goals. You know, where other people is the opposite. It just depends on what your goals are. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So, like, obviously...
Does that create problems in relationships and shit for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I broke up with my boyfriend of 10 years to move over here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I love him and, you know, and he loves me, but it was kind of like, I got to chase my dreams. Got to chase my dreams. You got to come with me. You don't, and I can't expect him
so this was like before you came?
Yeah, exactly. I went home for like 4 weeks and was like, yeah, by the way, I'm going.
Shut
up. But you had to, it's just I couldn't.
I'm going to say shut up because now you live in Essex, innit? You'd know
shut up. Yeah, so, you know, but it's all part of it, you know, and I just believe everything happens for a reason. I'm a strong believer in that. Everything that I've gone through in my life, and good or bad, and usually the bad things, I'm so good with bad things happening to me or things not going my way, because I'm like, you know, right? Oh, let's buckle up because something good's coming, because I swear to God, every time something's fallen through that I've been looking forward to, or something doesn't happen, or something bad happens.
Something else.
Something is better.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's better. And, you know, I always say, whatever I say I'm going to do, I do. I achieve all my goals. I've never not achieved a goal that I've set. Yeah. And I don't know if that's manifestation or self-belief, that I just know if I say it, it's going to happen. Like it just.
I mean, you made it to the podcast.
It's going to happen. I said I'm going to be on Darren's fucking podcast one day, because, you know, he's a fucking legend, and here I fucking am. I manifested that shit with all my crystals. No, I'm joking. I don't have that shit. No, but honestly,
but you know what's funny? Like, you say all this crystal stuff, right? Yeah. And some of those people can really get caught up in that I call that hippie craziness. Yeah. But people like us have that mentality.
Yeah, but it's natural.
But it's not as.
Yeah, of course.
We're not asking. It's bullshit. Like,
yeah, of course. Well, they're talking like to spirits or whatever, but it's more for the universe for me. Like, it's, you know, you're just like, yeah, I'm just speak it into the universe and I say it, you know, like just everything that I said I've done. And because I say I've done it, when things get really, really hard and I want to quit, like my master's degree was besides becoming a world champion, my biggest achievement is getting my master's degree. Because I was like, you know, older, like
that was in maths?
Like teaching mathematics. So, and I was working 3 jobs. I hadn't had a day off for like 7 years. And I was training twice a day and studying, obviously, for my master's degree. And your master's in teaching, which is, even though it's mathematics, it wasn't like my undergrad, which was all math, which I love, but it's like my hyper focus. Whereas your master's is a lot of reading and writing, and I hadn't read a book in my life. I don't read. So
that's funny you said it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't have the patience for it. I just can't.
I struggle as well.
I'll read a page and I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? And I can't. So anyway.
That's so, what, well, you can't, that's like me.
Yeah.
I read a whole page and I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah.
What?
You're 3 pages in, you're like, I don't even remember anything. so honestly, so with my degree. So,
I'm like that, yeah.
So my first semester of my master's, I failed 2 units, right? And they're like $3,500 each. And I failed 2 of my units. And they said to me, you know, you can't read your essays they don't make any sense. Like, it's so bad. Like, you need to learn how to write essays. And I was like, fuck, because in school, I didn't forget school. I didn't even focus in school. Like, I did maths and that was it. Like, I didn't care. So I'd never really learned how to write an essay or never really learned how to write. And math undergrad, like, it's all exams. It's not really writing, you know? So, and I was like, shit, like, I fucking don't know how to read or write. Like, I'm not illiterate, but I'm not great at it. So I had to teach myself, and because I wasn't going to fail. I'm like, I don't want to fail, right?
Nice.
I've already failed. So luckily my boyfriend's pretty smart, and my ex, obviously. And when I was doing my essays, I would get him to proofread it. And the first time I did that, he spent about 3 hours on it with me going, what are you saying? What is this? Why are you repeating yourself? Why is this sentence a fucking 10
I'm sure you're the same.
Like, it was full on, right? You know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I don't know. So while he was proofreading for me. He was teaching me at the same time. So I was learning on the job on my own essays while he was breaking it down. And anyways, long story short, I put so much work and effort into wanting to be better and improve that I actually graduated top of my cohort and got a Dean's Merit Award.
Oh,
so I got all I graduated distinctions, high distinctions
Sick.
after failing my first 2 units. But I obviously repeated them and then I got distinctions, high distinctions. So it just shows that someone that can't read or write, I still haven't read a book because I refuse to. Like especially after forcing myself to read. Like and it would
what
take
about audiobooks?
Yeah, it's not reading, I'm listening. You know, so then for me to do an assignment, I would have to sit there. It would take me like 3-4 weeks where some people would just be like skim read and they can just talk shit. But I would if I showed you some of my study notes, like it was like highlighted in all different colors with all this writing down the side, everything, because every time I wrote a paragraph, I had to like almost paraphrase it or put the key points so I actually know what I read. Otherwise, I just keep reading and I'd be like, fuck, what did I read? And I'd have to go back. So that was like a way that I had to learn how to study. So I actually absorbed my shit. Difference was though, I really understood it because I read so much. And the way I broke it down was so detailed that when I wrote, it was such a good essay that I was getting like distinctions and high distinctions. Where these guys that are just, P's get degrees, like they just skim read it and write a little shit. You know, and I'd get like 40, 45, 48 for my first assignment. I'd only need like 3-4% to pass the unit.
Sick.
But I would still be up all night and make sure I got 40, make sure I got high distinctions for the next one because that's just how I am. I'm a high achiever.
Okay, yeah.
I hate failing. So, and it was a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety because I just had to be the best.
Yeah.
And when you're wanting to be the best at that, plus you want to put food on the table, plus you want to be the best boxer, like all that, my life, it was just so intense for those couple of years that I was doing my master's. So when I finally graduated, it was like, holy fuck. And the amount of times I wanted to quit my master's because it was just so hard. I'd walk in the house and I'd get instant anxiety because I know I have to open that door and go to the study. Because whenever I was
see, I couldn't do that. I couldn't
study.
study.
Yeah, like whenever I was at home, it was like I had to study. I had to just study because I was working and training so much. So the only spare time I had to do my assignments and do my study, And so I associated going home with that, which was anxiety. And I'd be like, sometimes I'd be thinking, fuck, I hope I have a car accident so I have to go home and do my assignment. Like it was full on. Like it was like, seriously, I've never had any bad anxiety like I did when I was studying. It was like so bad. And I know there might be some people out there that understand. Some people are like, fucking hell, harden up. But I think doing it as an older, mature age student as well, when you have a life and you got to put food on the table and you got to.
People inviting you out.
Yeah, well, I don't party. But I mean, like even just going, like having to box and having to also keep that up. My mum's like, just like, it's not worth it, Ebony. Like, it's not worth it. Like, just give it up. Like, you don't need to finish it. Why are you doing it? And I'm like, Mum, there's a reason why I'm the only person that's graduated high school in my family. I'm the only one that's gone to university in my family is because I don't quit when it gets hard. You know what I mean? If you quit when it gets hard and when it's stressful, you're never, ever going to succeed. You're never going to be successful in anything because it always gets hard before it gets good and it's always worth pushing through that fucking top, that hard bit to get to the top of the mountain. Because that's when you see the view. Like it's that hard scale to the top of the mountain that makes the view so exhilarating, right? So it's the hard work, even in training and in camps. Like when I'm training for my titles and my fights, the training's the hard part. The fight's the fucking easy part. The fight's the fun part. I get to bash bitches. Like it's mad. Do you know what I mean? But it's this camp, getting through the camp. And all the shit that comes behind the scenes of boxing, which is like, it's just fucked. Boxing is such a fuck sport. Like behind the scenes, it's just, it's dirty, man. Like it's just fucked. And like to get through it all and all that shit to then win, it's all that hard work that pays off, So
is it hard for like you'll be making way better money here than Australia?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm making what I get paid in Australia. I got offered to fight in Australia and they offered me what I get paid for like 30 seconds here of a round.
Really?
For my world title.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, cool.
So going into as like do you reckon the female fighting is promoted enough here?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is better than any other country.
Would you say like for
better
your sport, you're like, I'm well paid?
Yeah,
or would you say
I would think I should be paid more. But I'm probably one of the highest paid females, I would say.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but because of my brand, the family, you know what I mean? But I built that. Not fucking Eddie Hearn, no one else, no managers.
Yeah,
I built that from back in 2020, putting my brand over social media, pushing it out and marketing myself. Do you know what I mean? Because put bums on seats, you get more money.
Yeah.
Just like, if you've got 1 million followers, you can charge fucking, 100,000 for a post, or you got 500,000 followers, you charge 20K for a post. You can't charge that when you've only got 1,000 followers, for example. Same in boxing. How can you expect to be paid a lot of money when you're not selling, you can't sell?
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about skills. You got to sell as well. So
when I went to the UFC and I heard like the way they were with Paddy the Baddie, I was like, this guy's going to America, bruv. He's gonna make a fucking killing. Yeah, that's what they care about, innit?
Of course, because you got to sell.
Yeah,
yeah. It's entertainment. You know, fucking what's like J-Lo or Beyonce.
Yeah,
they get paid mega money because look how many tickets they sell.
It's weird, innit? It's not even about the sport.
It's about the entertainment. You know, like and exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so
what was that thing on TikTok you were telling me earlier? What's this gift thing? I didn't know about this shit. What's this?
So my friend Will Parfit, like he's like really well known on TikToker, yeah. But he's like a male stripper, right? And he's like huge because he looks like Channing Tatum and whatever. Anyways, he's popular on TikTok. And he said to me, Ebo, you should get onto TikTok with me and we'll do a live together and it's called a battle. And pretty much all we did was we just got on for like 10, 15 minutes and we just chatted, right, talked. But all our fans tune in and all your fans and followers, they can gift you. So they give you gifts like little emojis and that's money. So, and we were battling to who.
What do you mean it's money?
Like it converts to money.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there.
It gets paid by TikTok?
Yes, paid by TikTok. Yeah. So, it's not paid by TikTok. I mean, I think the fans are paying.
Yes.
If you know what I mean? Like they're gifting you. It's like, I don't even know what it's like. Like they're just giving, they're giving you money. It's like OnlyFans probably. I don't know because I don't have OnlyFans.
You do?
No, I don't.
Oh.
You got excited. Maybe one day. Stay tuned. No, no. But
when the boxing's done. When the boxing's done.
No, but so pretty much it's you. I'll show you after, but we're just in a chat together like you would do on on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
The only difference is they can give you gifts, and that's them pretty much giving you money.
Okay.
And so we were like battling each other who could get the most gifts. And I've come in like it's my first time doing a live on TikTok because I don't really do TikTok. I don't do TikTok. And I've got like. Because I've got a lot of like male followers over there, like a low cut top, got to get the boys in.
Cool, she did.
I'm baiting because I'm like, I need these guys to give me gifts, right? Anyways, and he's come in like, he's a stripper, right? But he's got like jacket and shirt and stuff. And I'm like, whatever. And then he's gifts, they start just pumping him, all these thirsty followers. Because women are the worst. Like they're thirsty. You know what I mean? They're the worst. They're the best. And like his gifts were like going up like thousands. And I was like, what the hell? And I go, what the fuck, man? I thought like guys were horny. Like I thought they would give me like gifts. And he's like, yeah, but I told them that if they gave me 10,000, then I'd strip for them. And I'm like, you are not, this isn't your first rodeo. Anyways, so pretty much they give me gifts and, he might get like $800 in like, in a session of just going live. And, he beat me anyways, but yeah, it was just like it converts to money. But it's just a battle thing, but it's like the fans and I'll be talking to him, just having a chat like this. And then I'll be like, come on guys, like I can't let this guy, his followers, his women, give him more gifts than you're giving me. Like this is bullshit. You know what I mean? Or you guys got to like pick it up. Like I'm feeling insulted and upset that you guys don't want to give me any gifts. And then they just keep giving you money.
That's mad. I didn't know that about TikTok.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's mad.
Well, we can do a TikTok live if you like and we can do it. We can do a battle. We'll make some money.
I will win.
Yeah.
Listen, you said it yourself.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to do it.
We're
going to do it.
90%, I think.
We're going to do it.
It's female.
But I don't know if you saw it anyways. That was like after I did this thing with Will, I put a post up saying I got smashed by Will. Like, and then it went in a Daily Star. Ebanie Bridges gets smashed by hunky male OnlyFans star. And then she said
really?
She said she'd go again. Yeah. They love I actually did a
they're onto you, innit?
Oh, they're onto me.
Like all the papers and stuff.
Yeah. The tabloids love me every day. Every day something.
You must get some weird shit.
I do, but it's entertaining. It's funny.
Can you give us an example?
Of like an inbox?
Oh, my days. Oh, yeah. Read us the inbox. I beg you, read us a weird inbox.
Oh, no.
Do you get dick pics?
Yeah.
What?
Look here, this was a headline. Ebanie Bridges smashed by hunky male OnlyFans stripper and vows to go again. And that was just talking about the battle on TikTok. That's what they wrote. Ebanie Bridges among favorites for I'm a Celebrity and doesn't mind testes. Because I said in an interview that would you eat kangaroo balls? And I go, well, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit of test.
Shut up.
And they quoted it.
Yeah, but you're great for that.
Yeah.
For tabloids.
Yeah, mate. Oh God. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, go on. You got to read an inbox.
Inbox. Okay.
Do you actually get bare dick pics?
Oh, damn! I've stopped my inboxes for Twitter because I had some good ones in Twitter.
Really?
Oh,
Twitter's worse, isn't it?
Twitter's worse. Yeah.
But how weird do people get? I've had quite a few people asking me for feet pictures.
Well, I sell feet pics anyways.
You sell them?
You don't know. Oh God, we're gonna need this to do another day because I've got to go because I got another meeting. But man, I do FINDOM and
oh yeah, when's your meeting? 4:30.
Yeah, hope people are listening. If you're into FINDOM, hit me up on Instagram. And if you want some feet pics, I sold my socks for £500 for my dirty training socks.
Are you plugging your feet pics?
Yeah, I am. That's why I censor my feet on my story. I don't know if you've ever noticed it.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't even
don't
notice.
really pay attention.
Oh yeah, well,
bro, I should get some photos of your feet right now.
No,
sell
you
that
fucking.
shit.
I know I'm wearing thongs.
Wait, hold on. How much can you sell it for?
What?
Like feet pics?
I do $150 for a pic usually.
For one pic?
Yeah.
How many offers do you get a day?
A few.
Shut up.
But I also do like FINDOM, which is like.
What the fuck is that?
For example, I mean, it's pretty much calling guys losers and they give me money.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like just insulting them and they just throw money at me and they just want to give me their money. Like,
shut the fuck. What?
And I'll make I could easily make 1,000 in like 20 minutes.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you
my days. So you can
Have
be
you not
like.
seen it? Look at this guy. Look at this message. Hi, Ebony. I know you must get tons of DMs. Just wondering if I could send you some money at all. And this is like a request. I'm like, hey, Ross, of course you can. Here's my PayPal. I also have an Amazon wish list because they buy me gifts off wish list. Anyways, and then I got this person.
What? They just want to send you cash?
They send me money. Look at this. This one's good. He goes, do you have anything that do you have anything less than 100 I can reimburse you for? Because he wants to just give me money.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, not really. But I mean, I can go and buy an outfit if you want to give it to me. And he goes, okay. And then he sent me money, right? And it's like, I got a wish list as well, sent it to him. And then I said because this guy's bought feet pics off me before. And I said, look, you haven't asked me for feet. You haven't asked for feet for ages. You don't like them anymore.
Oh my days.
He goes, I love your feet. More humiliating for you to take my money and I get nothing in return. He goes, £100 sent to your PayPal. I go, haha, you're right. It's pretty embarrassing, but it's also humiliating paying for feet pics, don't you think? He goes, yeah, sorry. It's such a pathetic amount this time, low on money, but if you want, you can take some more. And I'm like, I forgive you. Thanks for giving me your last bit.
Shut the fuck
He's okay. I'm glad you think I'm a loser. I go, you are a loser. Feels good to send you the money. And I go, yeah, it feels good to take it.
And they keep sending you
Yeah, they
cash?
keep sending me money. Yeah, it's FINDOM. Google it. Anyone that's listening, Google FINDOM. You might want to get into it, but.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
That is mad.
Look, £700 in total. That was just within 20 minutes.
Yo, I'm up for calling people losers for that. I'm down.
Anyways, guys, so any pay pigs out there, please hit me up.
Hit me up first. Hey,
No, but yeah, anyway, so that's I've educated you a little bit today on a few things.
Fucking hell. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie with you. You could probably talk for fucking hours.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I know we don't have time today.
Yeah, I know.
But
round two, if you're, I mean, I know you just love it, but I go if you guys, if you get some good feedback.
Yeah. No, I wanna come one day.
Let's do part two. Yeah, come train with me. I'll bash the shit out of you.
I'll be down.
Can't wait to fucking knock you out.
Do a vlog.
Yeah. Well,
right, cool. I'll let you do that.
You did see me with Paul.
Yeah.
Alima. Yeah, I made his mouth bleed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey,
I think I broke some ribs as well. And he got in the headings as well. Ebony knocks out male boxer. He's like, I didn't know I was a boxer, but I am now. I'm like, hey, take the credit.
Fuck. That is weird. They're onto you then, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
We'll do sparring. If we do a round of jiu-jitsu after as well.
You just want to wrestle me. Come on, mate. You're fucking not my first rodeo. I've heard these fucking pickup lines before. I don't fucking. You just want to cop a feel.
This isn't FINDOM.
I know. They want nothing. I will take your money though if you want to give it to me.
I'll choke you out for free.
I love it.
Hey, appreciate you. Thanks for coming
appreciate it. All good.
What
is this R-rated? Was this R-rated? Should we like?
I don't fucking no. I'm going to say where can people find you, but they know where to find you, but tell them anyway.
Yeah, Blonde Bomber. Look, if you pretty much, I think I might be shadow banned on Instagram because I put up a story, right, and tagged my friend from sparring.
Yeah. And
I said, oh yeah, like I love punching my friends that punch each other in the face, or like I love punching, we love punching each other in the face or something. And they took it down and said it was violence. And then I also did another post. Someone asked me a question saying, who would you drop faster, a guy or a girl? And I said, well, if I kicked a guy in the nuts, I'd drop him faster. And then they took it down and said it was violence, violating because of violence. I'm like, I'm a fucking boxer. Like, it's bullshit. Like, I can't even say. So anyways, now I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned on Instagram, but you can find me on Ebanie, EBANIE_Bridges on Instagram, or Ebanie Bridges on Twitter. And I think it's Ebanie Bridges official on TikTok. You know, or you can just Google my name. And
Insta, it will all come up. Yeah. But Insta, dude, I've been shadow banned like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah, Insta.
It's crazy.
Fucking
I had a picture with like a towel and my shirt off, and I've got
really
people.
What did it for? Like what? Because you're just wearing a towel. Man, it must be fucking big. They can see through the towel.
No, it's not. No. I'm a grower. I'm a grower.
The was probably because people got insulted.
It's better for athleticism, innit? It's all tight and everything. When it comes out, it's
you don't wanna, you don't want to have your balls like knocking in your legs while you're trying to run, right?
Oh my God. You know what? It's like, it's funny, like you see when you're chatting to someone like you, it's almost like chatting with one of the boys.
Yeah, that's it.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming on. You. Absolute legend. And peace and love. Yes.
Much love.
Thanks, David.